Mikey Williams.
Mikey Williams, bro.
You briefly mentioned it earlier that we would talk about a athlete that has faced a lot of praise and a lot of criticism in his amateur career. And Mikey Williams is one of those individuals. Well, it looks like he's gotten himself into a bit of a pickle these last couple of months. What's going on with Mikey Williams, man?
Bro, so in the early days of Too Complex, then Part of My Wisdom, we did a segment on Mikey that he was doing really, really well in the age of NIL and the way that he was in high school already getting NIL deals. Most people don't get it. Most kids don't get NIL deals until they get to college, but he was one of the first ones to do it in high school. And up to the point where he started getting to these troubles, he was the third highest paid male athlete in NIL, standing at like $7 million in NIL deals.
It was more than that, wasn't it?
Because his net worth as of right now is $7 million.
Yeah, but the actual deal that he had from Puma was a 8-figure.
So it says, according to On3, Mikey Williams has an NIL evaluation of $3.3 million, net worth being $7 million.
I got you. So he okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. My bad. I mean to step on you.
No, you good. So it says he's the fourth highest. I'm sorry, I said third, but fourth highest number across all amateur athletes, and trails only Bronny James and Shedeur Sanders among Bronny James among basketball players, but Bronny James and Shedeur Sanders among male athletes in college, right? Mm-hmm. So he was doing well, was all over social media, was on ESPN at one point, and he was a phenom in high school. He's in his first year at Memphis right now, and he's going through a situation where now he is facing felony gun charges and faces 28 years in prison. And if y'all haven't heard what happened, it was a situation that happened at his home, and where he allegedly got into a disagreement with some people. And he told them, you better leave before something happened to you. And he as the people were leaving, he fired his firearm at their car. Didn't hit anybody, but fired the firearm at their car as they were driving away. My thing with this is that it kind of goes back to what I talked about as far as the Jerry Jeudy situation is. A lot of guys in this newer generation, he's well younger than Jerry Jeudy. I think maybe 5 or 6 years younger than Jerry, but they're in that same generation, so to speak. And there's so many. All I can go to is back when we were coming up, right? And being in a town like Fayetteville, North Carolina, that is widely considered the hood, and that's widely considered the hood. And the things that I've seen growing up on Murchison Road, known as the Merc around the way, growing up in that area and being around a lot of different bad influences in my life, I had people around me that was like, nah, bro, they would grab me by my collar, like, you're not going over there. You the one that's going to make it out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing none of that. And I had people that would pull me from the direction I was trying to go and pull me in the direction that they know that I was that I was going to go.
You were destined to go.
That's what I was looking for, but I couldn't spit it out at the moment. But in the direction I was destined to go. Right now, I don't believe that a lot of the younger generation have that. That's why I keep saying that these guys are coddled, because there's not a lot of role models in their lives that can say, bro, you got way too much to lose. You being stupid right now. Why are you even at 17, 18 years old carrying firearms in the first place? Why do you have this many guns in your home? Why are you getting into these scuffles with people who don't have as much to lose as you? And that's what we had growing up. Lord Jesus. That's what we had growing up. Me and you had those people that was going to grab you by your neck and say, bro, you being stupid right now. Stop doing this dumb shit. Right. And they don't have that. And it's so many, it's same thing with John Morant. He got so many yes men that are along for the ride that's going to just use his name and his money to have the fun that he's having because they're around him, and they're not telling him, bro, you got way too much to lose. Stop being stupid. Don't flash that gun on social media. Don't, because you're going to lose a lot of money, and you're probably going to lose your career because you're being dumb. That's what Mikey Williams is going to do right now. Is he had this persona about him, and I'm go so far as to say this arrogance about him that he was untouchable, and now he being touched. Pause. And it's just, bro, like, it's just so stupid to me. It's so dumb because you have this destiny that you're striving towards. You're a millionaire in high school, my nigga. And you about to go to Memphis, probably play 1 year, go to the league and make even more millions of dollars because he was that good of a basketball player. So like, why put your career in jeopardy being stupid? But what you think, D-Lo? What's going on? What's going on with Mikey, bro?
I mean, I think Mikey is caught between a rock and a hard place when it comes to the amount of attention that he was getting at such a young age. I think when we were talking, if I recall correctly, when we originally talked about Mikey Williams and his soar to what he is now, or what he was, I'll say was, because he hasn't really been. Has he been convicted of anything?
Not yet. He's just charged, right? He's just charged. His trial is at the end of this month. Yeah.
Okay. So what he is right now is Mikey Williams. That's a millionaire coming into college based off of the NIL deals. Like I said, he had deals that I know of with Puma, which was a 8-figure deal as a junior, senior in high school. So for him to have that coming out, that's a lot of attention on you. And, he's a decent looking kid. I'm sure he has a lot of attention from girls his age and older that are trying to get with him because of who he is, the amount of money he's had. So it's like a persona that he has to play, even if he's not this person, because of the amount of attention that's on him. And so, when we were young, we fell into the same trap, so to speak. Just like you said, we had people in our corner that were pointing us into our destiny and taking us away from where we wanted to go. And I don't know his full situation, but I think he comes from a single parent home, right? Yeah. So he does he have a stepdad too, though?
He does.
Okay. So then what I was going to say is null and void, but I don't know his full family dynamic. But, with him now being the breadwinner, air quotes again, of the family, bringing in that type of money, it's not much that your parents may feel like they can say to you if they're not stronger parents that want to see good come from you completely, right? If they just see, oh, he's making us money, it's not much that we can say. He's the parent of the house now. Then, you're going to basically do what you want to do. And if you don't have those individuals in your corner that are pointing you in the right direction, whether that be a father figure, mother figure, or, a friend that you look up to, a mentor, whatever the case is, if you don't have those individuals as a young kid making that type of money with that amount of attention, you're going to get yourself into some trouble and do things that you probably should not be doing because you don't know better. Like I mentioned when we talked about John Morant, the cognitive ability of humans does not fully develop until they're 25. Mikey Williams 19, so he still has some time. He still has some time for his full cognitive ability, where the logic comes from of making decisions, where that is housed. He still has some time for that to fully develop. So if he's making decisions on his own and he hasn't really matured, then you'll see these situations.
But in that sense, though, that's where that, just like you said, and kind of to my point, was that's where you need that strong role model in your life to, since you can't make this decision on your own because you still got 6 years before that full brain starts to work, where the logic comes from. Then just like me, I had my Uncle G, I had my cousin James, I had Coach Harrington, who was my AAU basketball coach, I had Coach Butts, who was our high school coach. I had all those guys saying, bro, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? Like you're not going to be in this situation longer than the next couple of years. And you trying to go over here and be with these dudes? No, go over there. Get on the court. Get on the field. Go do your homework. Go stop thinking the way you thinking. I don't believe he got that. And like you said,
I was in agreement with you on that.
Oh yeah, true. And it's like Mikey ain't got that. Mikey don't have that person that's going to be.
We don't know that though. We don't know that.
He can't. There's no way. To me, there's no way he has that, because if that was the case, he wouldn't have 6 felony gun charges right now if he had that.
Well, Well, you can. So sometimes, again, sometimes, I'm not defending Mikey whatsoever,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes you can have all of that and still rebel because, again,
True.
you like. Okay, we'll stay with your example of using yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't making $3 million a year. You didn't have the amount of attention that Mikey Williams had all the time. So, while you had people in your corner telling you that you shouldn't be doing that, you were more amped to listen to them, those individuals, because you didn't have that amount of attention. You didn't have more people outside of that small group or circle of people that were telling you what you should be doing and not what you want to do, telling you, oh, well, I mean, you ain't gotta listen to them, man. You Mikey Williams. So what I'm saying is, like, again, social media, I'm always going
Okay.
in this
Yeah.
day and age, I'm always
Yeah.
going to put some blame
On
on
social media.
social media.
I
Again,
agree.
it's a great tool, but it's
Yeah.
also that dark aspect of it, because we have such an influx of information and connectivity to everybody now that, if somebody's telling you what you don't want to hear, you can always go and find somebody that's going to tell you what you want to
What you
hear.
want to hear. True.
And
True.
so whether he might have those individuals in his corner saying, "Nah, man, you shouldn't be doing this," but it's that group of people that he wants to do what he want to do is saying, "Yeah, man, go ahead, be a thug,
You don't
man,
know what they
carry
talking
that
about.
gun." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
to him, that's, again, whether you got 2,000 subscribers or 2 million subscribers, that's his world. Social media is his world.
True.
It's his reality in his mind. It's his reality. So
True.
if he has a pocket of individuals within his following saying, "Yeah, man, that Mikey, I like when he act like this or whatever," that's the persona that he's gonna play because that's what he
It's,
wants to see.
it's crazy you said, because I have it pulled up on the screen right here. He has 4 million 4 million followers on Instagram, 2.1 million on TikTok, and 90K on Twitter.
You
That's
see what I'm saying?
7 million followers. He gets $51,000 per Instagram post and $3,000 per TikTok, $215 per tweet. Not to mention his NIL deals and all of these other things he's got going on. So,
Yeah.
like, I see what D-Lo's saying as far as that influence where, social media is his life. He makes money off of his posts. He makes money off of his followers. He makes money off of his name, image, and likeness. But just to combat what you said in my situation, even if I was making say $1 million a year, even if I was making $500,000 a year,
Right.
I don't think that would have stopped me, even in the social media age. But it's just it depends on the person. So I'm gonna retract a little
Exactly.
bit.
It depends on the
It
person.
depends on the
That's what
person
I'm saying.
because I'm not real heavy on social media anyway, and social media didn't become prevalent. It didn't even become a thing until we were already in college.
Right.
That was like sophomore year of college whenever Facebook came into play. So it is a little bit different because whenever you think about it,
For
it's
you.
like for me.
Facebook came into play for you because when I got there, they were allowing us to be in because they were doing all the Ivy League schools and all that, those type of schools.
PWIs
No,
and things
no
of that
shot
nature.
at you. No
No,
shot at you.
I
Yeah.
know. I was at a HBCU. They didn't think about us as much whenever they were putting it out. It's all good. It's cool.
No shot. No, okay.
shot.
So you put it that way. No shot at HBCUs either.
No, I'm just messing. But it is a preference. It is a individual preference. So I can see what you're saying in that instance. But it's like, bro, it's got to be some thought in your mind that this is Mikey Williams has been preparing this since he was a kid. He knew he had some idea. I'm a baller. I'm one of the best players in the nation. Like, I'm going to go to the NBA. Let me not do nothing to fuck this up. And if he does have somebody in his corner that's saying, bro, you wildin', he got to say, okay, I already done thought I don't want to do nothing to fuck this up. These people, 1, 2, 3, maybe, well, I'm gonna just say one person. This one person over here is the one person that's in my corner that's saying, bro, you got too much to lose. I don't want to lose this. Let me not do this. But again, in the world of social media, where there is that dark side that D-Lo was referring to, that you have this one person telling you don't do this, but you got 4 million people telling you to do it. And
or maybe not even that many.
True, but
shit,
I'm just
4,000 people.
going off. Yeah, I'm just going off of he's got 8 million followers on social media collectively. I'm just going off of that. But you got a lot of people in your other corner in your ear or on your phone telling you, man, you Mikey Williams. What you mean?
Right.
Like, you can do what you want, bro. You making $7 million a year. Your net worth is $7 million. What he gonna tell you? He probably ain't even making 40K. What he gonna tell you? But that's a disease, bro. That's just a disease, dog. Like, but it depends on the person. I hope Mikey Williams. I have a strong feeling that he's not going to be convicted and he's going to be able to play ball and follow out his dream. I hope he doesn't, because he does have a lot of talent, and that would be a lot of talent wasted on his own fruition. But we're going to have to see what happens with Mikey, man, because it'll be a sad day. Because we were talking about him early in the podcast where we were like, we were congratulating him on the way he was talking on the I Am Athlete podcast. And like, he's a smart kid. He's got his head on straight. He knows what he want to do with his money. He knows where he want to go in life. And 2 years later, here we are. So, but things do change as people get older and they get a lot of different influences around them and they start getting this notoriety that they have. So, I mean, some people don't know how to handle it. Just like we talked about Johnny Manziel a couple of episodes back. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for people to kind of handle fame, but we're gonna have to see with Mikey, man. I hope he does well, bro. I hope he gets off and he does well, bro. Attempted murder is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
You said what?
That is crazy. Attempted murder is crazy.
Yeah.
Not that he was charged with that, but you shooting at people, so you attempting to hit. That's what I would think. So that's crazy. That's wild to me, dog. Yeah. That's wild. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far and you like what you see, there's an episode on the screen right here. Make sure you click that and view that. We think you're going to love it. Also, hit that subscribe button right there. We still got the goal of 450. And when you're on all your streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcast.